Hey you guys, Diane here from Love Stitches All. Thank you so much for visiting my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going over how I make my faux fur pom-poms. Now what I have here is my toasted marshmallow fur, and it's a 5x5" square. What you're also going to need is a sharp needle. I like the sack needle just because at the end right here, I don't know if you can see, but it widens. So it ensures that this nylon cord can go through the fur and the backing of your faux fur square. We're going to try to make it as easy as possible, and this is like the best needle that I've found out there. And you got to make sure it has a big eye as well. You're going to need your 1mm cord. I cut mine out in my grab bags to 24 inches, which gives you plenty enough slack to tie your pom. You need a cutting device, a flat button with 2 holes. I recommend this, and it's 1.5 inch. I recommend these because if you ever noticed your pom-poms ever flopping on your beanies, I'm not a fan of that. This makes it so that it has a really nice secure structure to stick onto so that it doesn't flop around. And then you're going to need a comb or a brush. I like one that has 2 different, what would you call these? Grooves? Anyways, I like these to have 2, just so that you can get into the fine parts and then you can brush out any big clumps without really pulling out the fur and damaging it. So, oh, and also polyfill. I weigh these about 5 grams, 4.5 to 5 grams. I just use a Walmart scale for like food and stuff. So polyfill you can get at Walmart as well. These do not come with my DIY grab bags, just to let you know. But everything else will, except for this as well, and then the brush. So 3 things. All right, let's get started, you guys. So you're gonna take your needle, put it through the hole, and what I like to do is I like to tie a knot at the end. This is so that you don't lose your work while you're going along, and then when you're all done, you notice, holy crap, the end of it has gone through and I'm gonna have to reweave it or re-sew it. So I always like to put a knot at the end. You can always undo it once you're done. So you can start wherever you like. I tend to start in the middle. Sometimes I start in the corner, so let's just try the corner. What I always like to do is I don't like to get too close to the edges because you have the chance of it ripping through and then your seam popping. So I like to start maybe like 1/4 inch in. Now, when I do this, I only go about 1/4 inch each time for each seam. See, this needle, because it has a wide tip and it's sharp, it just goes through easily. Just do that. I have no previous sewing skills, nothing, you guys. So this was all self-taught, trial and error. Now you can fast forward through the video. I will put in the link me fast forwarded all the way to the end. So please bear with me. Get to the corner, pull through. We'll do the same on this side. 1/4 inch up and down. This needle has saved my fingers, you guys. Like, truly. Oh, I bumped. Sometimes it gets a little tough, but not too many times. All right. So we're going to go all the way around. Meet yourself back at the beginning. Almost there. All right, now we're back at the beginning. You're gonna pull through. Now this is inevitable. This will happen. Even after cleaning and brushing, this can happen. All right, put that away. Now we're gonna undo that knot. What I like to do before I scrunch this together is I like to make sure my strings are even. I'll put my finger in the center and then I'll pull. Kind of go back and forth like this so that it's even. Sorry if you can hear that alarm. It's my roommate's alarm. So what I like to do is take my polyfill that I weighed to 4.5 to 5 grams, and I just pull apart all the way through. That way it's nice and fluffed up. Then what I do is I ball it up. I hold on to the strings so that they don't get uneven again. And what I do is just stuff that in there. I like to take the stuff that's on the outside and just curl it in. Curl it in, because what you're trying to do is not grab the hairs and put it inside the stuffing, because you want all the hairs to be sticking out. And then I just pull. Remember, clear the hair if you can, as much as you can. Especially if you're going to make snap poms, because you have to sew and use the fabric all around this closing of this pom. So you really want to make sure that like as much of the fur doesn't get into the center as possible. So I just keep stuffing, pushing it to the corners all throughout the pom so it's nice and even. I like to shake it out. And see? Look at that. Perfect pom every time. So this is the hardest part for me, is to close this sucker up. So I'm not doing it in the seat and table I usually make my poms in, so please bear with me. Okay, so when this happens, I'm kind of glad this is happening. You see that? You're going to want to push that in. All right. Then I'm going to secure it again. Like I said, this is the hardest part for me. I like to double knot because it holds the cord better. There it is. Now this is what I also like to do. I like to take the big side and see all this stuff that got caught in my knot. I like to brush it out as I go. I don't like that because you're just going to continuously put a knot over on top of more caught fur, and it just gets really messy. And like I said, if you do the snap buttons, you don't want it to be messy where this is at. Okay, and then I'm going to do another one. And then one more. So I like to do 3 double knots. That's what they're called, right? All right. Take that brush again. See, the mess is inevitable, but it's better to have the grab bags that I have available because cutting the fur, cleaning it into the squares is super messy. So I'm super excited to have the grab bags available for you guys because that's so much less mess. All right, see? Closed it up. There's no hole. See that? Now, I like to see, even after me doing that, me making sure that I had them equal in length and pulling over me just tying it and trying to get it tight, it has gotten really, really uneven. And this happens to me all the time. That's why I give you guys about 24 to 25 inches of nylon cord so that you can make this mishap and still have a good cord to attach to your handmade item. Get your cutting device. I like to cut it even. I'm very meticulous. I have OCD. But that's why my stuff comes out great. All right. I like to make sure, sorry, my camera's shaking. I like to make sure that that seam is dead center in my palm. So if you do this, right, you can see that it's in the center, and that's good because you don't want an uneven one. But look at that, you guys. Now, last part, you're going to need your button with the 2 holes. This is a 1.5 inch flat button. All right, you're going to stick it through the holes, easy peasy. Just like that. What I like to do is a really loose single knot. And that's it. That's how I ship them. Look at that, you guys. Perfect pom every time, I promise you. Well, thank you so much for following me on my maker journey. Please subscribe and like and comment. This is my first YouTube channel actual video that was meant for YouTube, so sorry if I sound nervous. Go follow me on IG, Love Stitches All, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Stay furry, friends!